I want you to tell me the story about when we were living in Oxford House and we went out, you know how we would leave for the whole summer and we would go camping? And Dad chopped his foot with the axe. So how far away were we? We were 30 miles away from anywhere.
We were up the characters.
And what happened with Dad?
His foot, when he was chopping wood, he hit the branch, the stump of the branch, and the axe went
Bounced off the knot.
Bounced off the knot of the tree and hit him right here. Just cut him right open.
Is that the foot that he cut?
I don't remember. I think so.
How deep did it go?
Oh, God. It was a very deep cut.
So we're out on a camping trip 30 miles from nowhere in a boat, and it's you and Dad, and you got 5 kids,
Right.
and Dad's chopping down a tree, and he hits a knot, and the axe bounces back and chops his ankle. So he's completely incapacitated. So what
do I do?
What do you do?
The blood was just pouring out of his wound there because I thought he hit a guardrail. It was just pumping out like this. Blood was spurting up. 10 years old.
I barely remember it, but I remember it.
10, probably.
I was 10. So Danny would have been like 6,
Yeah.
5, 4, 3,
Yeah.
and 2.
Yeah. I ran in the bush and I looked for these special trees. It's a spruce tree.
Mhm.
And the tiny little tips of the branches, the baby
Needles?
they're nice, the needles, yeah, they're nice and green.
Mhm.
I picked those, and I tell your kids to pick those. And I put a bunch in my hand, and I put some in each of your mouths.
Yeah, that
don't
I
spit it
remember
out.
that. We had to chew pine needles.
Yeah.
It tasted horrible.
Yeah, and just keep your saliva in with it, and just keep chewing it. And all of us did. And you spit it out in my hand, and we ran back to Dad, and he's just sitting there, just pale already. He's passing out. Just slapped it on him. Just to stop the bleeding.
Yeah. And then wrapped it up.
I wrapped it up, yeah.
Did he pass out?
No, we got him okay again.
And
Now what do we do? Yeah.
Yeah.
The bleeding stopped after a while because that spruce tree pines there.
Mhm.
They're, I don't know, they're medicinal or whatever. It stops the bleeding anyway.
Hmm.
When you stick them on there, stick a whole bunch.
Mhm.
Don't swallow them, I say to you guys. And they taste it awful. You have to do this because I can't do it all by myself. And so you're all chewing these pine needles, a whole mouthful of them.
I remember that.
Because I needed lots. It was a big cut there.
Mhm.
I put him on there and wrapped up his foot and sat around for a while and got him back to himself eventually. Then he sat there, okay, what do we do now? We gotta go home. We gotta pack up and go home. So Dad couldn't do very much, just you guys would help me as much as you can because I had to pack everything
I remember.
into the boat,
Mhm.
pack it all up. And eventually we got there and then we hit that.
We got to a
big
certain
wind.
spot, like going back was okay.
Mhm.
And then the storm hit.
Yeah, the storm
And
hit us.
there was an island
Yeah.
in the middle of this
Yeah,
lake,
yeah.
and we got stuck.
I just made a quick lean-to,
Yeah.
and everybody slept there. We finally got across to the other side when it calmed down.
We went to the bay,
Yeah,
and we were
On the other side.
sheltered.
yeah, we found shelter there.
What happened after we got to the bay? We just waited out the storm?
More or less waited out the storm because the waves were too big. Because we figured, hell, I can walk it. I thought, I'll just take a gun, park all you guys, make a lean-to,
Mhm.
and walk into Oxford.
Mhm.
It didn't seem that far, just walk along the shoreline, more or less.
Hmm.
I'd make it, yeah. But then it calmed down, and then you met that boat along the way.
Mhm. And we made it back.
Yeah, and we made it back.
And then Dad, how long did this trip make it back?
But it took us a couple of days, I think, because we had to stop that time. We couldn't get across the lake.
And meanwhile, we're chewing fresh pine needles all the time to change Dad's dressing. It was terrible.
I remember somebody took a picture of me. I fell asleep on a rock, on a flat rock. I was so exhausted because I had to do everything and pack and cook and make a tent and
take care of 5
take
kids.
care of 5 kids and your dad at the same time.
Oh my goodness, Mom.
I remember I just laid down on a rock, and just bare rock. I slept. I went to sleep. I was exhausted. You know, God.
When we got back, Dad went straight to the hospital.
Yeah, came to the nursing station. And they looked at it and they said, we're not going to touch it. Because I told them when it starts to heal, it falls off. When the wound starts to heal, and they wouldn't touch it.
And
they said there was no infection.
It closed up too. It's like,
closed up pretty good.
Yeah, it closed up.
They just bandaged him better. No,
and they asked,
yeah.
what was it? What was the stuff that you put on that wound?
Yeah.
Because they couldn't figure out how the hell you stopped the bleeding and repaired the wound better than anything that they had at the nursing station. And you had the opportunity to say,
All Indian medicine.